Natalie Kurz called me up a couple weeks ago and said, McGraw, you need to hear about this play. And after a long and involved conversation, I said, oh boy, that's going to be trouble. So Natalie Kurz, you joined us, and you bring your friend here, James Brandon. So both of you, welcome to Big 550 KTRS.
Thank you.
Thank you.
James, you grew up here in St. Louis.
I did.
Where'd you go to high school?
Parkway North, baby.
And
Go Vikings.
A proud graduate of Parkway North.
Indeed.
And
yes.
you went on to become an actor.
Yes,
Okay.
I did. Yep.
And so this play, Corpus Christi, you're the lead in this play.
Yes, I am. Mm-hmm.
Give us a synopsis of the play.
So basically, it's a story of Christ from nativity to crucifixion, just with a different perspective. It's told through the lens of a young gay Jesus.
In 2013 or
1950s, Corpus Christi, Texas. So like the nativity scene takes place in a motel. You know, and you see Jesus go through high school. The character's name is Joshua in the play.
Okay.
You see him go through high school and the bullying he feels and goes through for being who he is, really. And actually, that's the point of it. It's a catalyst. The sexuality is actually a catalyst for his spiritual journey.
And so, well, first, let's get the most important thing. This is going to be at Webster University.
Yes, it is. Starting tomorrow.
Tonight and tomorrow?
Starting tomorrow.
Starting tomorrow.
Right.
Where can we get tickets?
IamLoveCampaign.org.
IamLoveCampaign.org.
Yep.
Okay, can we get tickets on the Webster University campus?
No, they're only available through online. Webster's hosting us, so it's going to be happening at Moore Auditorium on Webster's campus. But you can get the tickets online at IamLoveCampaign.org.
Okay.
And if any of your listeners say the promo word McGraw, they can get $5 off.
Oh boy! Now you're going to draw me into this controversy. All right. So a story about a gay Jesus, I would suspect, garners a lot of attention everywhere it's gone.
Yeah.
Been quite a bit of protesters going on.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when it opened in '98 is when they felt the most protests.
Right.
And I wasn't involved with it then, obviously, but and it was huge. It was a social movement at the time. And in fact, Terrence, the playwright, said he never got to see the play because they had to walk through, metal detectors, and they had bomb threats at the theater. They actually closed it before they opened it because of all the threats they were receiving. And I mean, he never got to experience it because outside of the theater, all you can hear is the yelling.
And this was in New York City.
This was in New York, yeah.
Which you think they would be more open in New York City to hear something.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
And and since then it's toured and the controversies followed it. But I think the story has changed because I feel like, and we were just talking about this, I feel like at that time, the conversations that we're having now were not being had at all. I mean, marriage equality is very much a part of the daily conversation in a lot of the mainstream media now. It certainly wasn't at the time, and that is specifically addressed within the play.
Are you saying that this, in 1998, was so controversial, it bomb threats, and in 2014, it's not controversial?
No, I believe it's still controversial because of the topic, but I believe it's only controversial for people who don't know what it's about.
Gotcha. Now, you being Catholic,
Yes.
raised in St. Louis, and gay,
Yes.
you can probably relate to a lot of this.
Yes, I can. I mean, I had a very similar journey as the character in the play, feeling like I just didn't belong, even though I was told this is the way I'm supposed to be.
Right.
Does that make sense? So my entire family is Catholic, and I was raised to be that was confirmed Catholic, and I love a lot of what is in the Catholicism teachings, but I knew that there was a part of me that didn't feel like I could follow them because I was told I was a sinner and I didn't belong there.
Are your parents coming to the play?
My parents live in Florida now.
Okay.
But
Have they seen it?
No.
They haven't seen it?
No.
What do they say? What do they say about you being in this play?
Well, my mom is amazing. She started out not getting this at all, and in fact has had her own journey with me coming out and being gay. But at this point now, she could probably lead a pride parade. She is so proud of who I am, and it's just she's done the total opposite direction of it, and she's amazing. And she's supportive of everything I am and what I do with this, and is very excited that we've come home with it now and finally.
And what about your father?
My father passed away when I was 18.
Okay. Brothers and sisters?
No, that's just me.
Just you.
Yeah.
Now, this
go ahead.
play, has it been in some churches too? Have you?
Yeah.
held it, which is surprising.
It
It's actually,
is.
a lot of the performances are actually held in churches.
Yeah.
Which
yeah,
is-
we've found that actually we started in a church, and it was an MCC, a Metropolitan Community Church, which is it's for LGBT Christians basically. But since then, it has gone to Episcopal churches, UCC churches, just very inclusive, welcoming communities, which are vast now. And we find that it actually lends itself to a greater character storytelling of the play, because you're in this house of worship telling this beautiful divine story to a community that maybe never felt like they belonged to it.
Now, tell me about this movie that's accompanying the play.
So the film, the documentary Corpus Christi, Playing with Redemption, kind of came out of the touring of the play. So they've been touring the play for 8 years, and given all the controversy around it, and given the dialogues that kept happening after the plays, there's this interesting intersection between the LGBT community and the faith community, and essentially the film is a narrative of their experience. So it's talking to protesters. It's filming.
I mean, didn't the
play.
actors invite the protesters to come and see the play and talk about it? I mean, isn't
Absolutely.
that the idea?
That's our idea. I mean, because I get it. If you hear gay Jesus, you shut down. Especially if you believe in Jesus and
Right.
have a very specific vision of what that looks like for you. But this is so much more than that. This is a truly divine story being told, that if you allow yourself to let go and experience, something may come out of that. And we invite, usually the protesters come and have no idea what it's about. They just hear that.
They
and
hear
they're
gay
saying, "No."
Jesus and they,
And that's
they get up in arms
And we invite them every single time. And
And
not
do
one.
they- and they-
No, not one.
no
has
one's
come in.
ever. So
Which I can respect, but I always go to this place. I say, look, when I talk to them, I say, look, you are passionate about what you believe in, and I can respect that. I'm equally passionate about what I believe in. Let's meet right there and see if we can have a dialogue. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Most often it doesn't, because they're very strong in
Right.
their
Now, are you
voice.
involved in the documentary? Were you part of the
Yes.
documentary? You
I
produced
directed it
you
and
directed the
produced it,
documentary
yes.
and produced it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah.
And so when is the documentary going to be shown?
So that's actually going to be shown Thursday.
Tomorrow night.
And then there's also another showing of that on Saturday, along with a performance of the play. The whole schedule's online. And so tomorrow night there's the documentary, and then we have the I Am Love Awards as well. So really, it kind of started with the play, and it's blossomed into this entire campaign, the I Am Love campaign, which features the documentary, the play, the awards, and then we have a town hall dialogue on Sunday night that basically brings together members and leaders of the faith community and the LGBT community to have this dialogue. So we've got several ministers. We have a Catholic priest that's going to be attending that on Sunday, and that's free to the public to come and kind of participate in this dialogue about this topic.
And the website again for more information
is IamLoveCampaign.org.
James Brandon, the producer of the movie, as well as the star in the play, Natalie Kurz, is here. The play is called Corpus Christi, and it's going to be at Webster University tomorrow night.
Yeah, the film and the awards are tomorrow night. The play opens on Friday, actually.
Opens on Friday.
But
There's been no controversy or protests yet here in St. Louis, right?
Not yet.
Right.
I've been kind of surprised by that,
and
be
we have
honest.
we've sent
It's
out
great.
bulletins to many faith organizations here. We sent one to the Archdiocese in the Central West End and have not heard any kind of response. But we're welcoming them and inviting them to come participate in this dialogue with us.
Yeah.
And
Go ahead.
not to create controversy, by inviting these people, to actually invite them to the conversation.
Right.
Exactly.
Because I think that's what this is about.
Right.
Well, if we go all the way up to Pope Francis, he recently said, "Who am I to judge?"
Yeah.
So, as a gay, I don't know if you're still Catholic or call yourself Catholic. Once a Catholic, always a Catholic.
Yeah, I think it's
Once
in
we
you.
get you, we always keep you, no matter what. What are your thoughts as a gay man listening to that?
I thought it was incredible. It was he's the first pope that actually even used that term, homosexuality. I mean, he is specifically addressing it in a way that makes it, I feel like the Catholic Church has to change in order to stay in, alignment with the movement of what's happening in the world.
Right.
I mean, their position needs to change in order to include everyone at the table. It's not necessarily your beliefs about them has to change,
Right.
but I mean, that's what he's saying. Who are we to say that they're wrong or not allowed.
James Brandon, Parkway North graduate, the pride of St. Louis. You live in what, California now?
Yeah, I live in LA now. Yeah.
Why? And I guess if ticket sales are such, will you keep the play over for a couple more days?
We wouldn't be able to right now. Who knows if we would come back with it? I mean, the idea is that we take this now to all our cast members' hometowns. So that's what's going to happen over the next year, hopefully, if we can keep it going.
This has been a long touring play, though.
8
since
years.
98. Yeah.
Well, 98 it opened, but we started it 8 years ago.
Okay.
So, but it's incredible that everyone is still involved after 8 years. And I mean, we don't get paid. It's just a passion project of ours. We just believe in what this is about.
Maybe Parkway North didn't teach you all that well. You should get paid for some of this stuff.
That's right. I know.
James Brandon and Natalie Kurz. One more time, the website is
IamLoveCampaign.org, and there's a page called the St. Louis Tour. You're going to find all the information you need right there to buy tickets and the schedule.
James and Natalie, thanks for coming in. Good luck.
Thank you
so much.
You got it. 7:30 here. Big